That was an experience that's going to be hard to replicate. Like I'm having a I'm having a hard time, like, like starting my thoughts about this. Like I said, I'm going to do a thing, but the central thrust of what I'm going to say in any kind of length, either in voice or in text, is this. Saying that something made you feel like a kid again or took you back to your childhood is sort of a cliche. But when I say that about this, what I'm saying is not, oh, it made me feel like I was a kid. Hey, childhood glee. No, it took me back to a very specific place as a child playing the original Legend of Zelda, and the feeling I had playing that was something that I don't think I ever really got with any other game. I've had touches of it over the years, including from like Zelda sequels, obviously. But something about that time and that place in my life, and with that game, and with the world of games being as sort of new as it was back when I was playing it, the fact that you can take that kind of wonder with this kind of thing that's mysterious, and in a pre-internet world, and upscale it in the same way that an 8-bit, simple 8-bit game is upscaled into a modern gen open world RPG of this magnitude, so too did my sort of feeling about it get upscaled in that way to like adulthood, and yet still able to feel while playing this that the core of that emotion is like, it's like a magic trick. Yeah, I mean, like, what else can you say? I said on stream that if I were to try to distill what this franchise is about to me into like a bullet points, like 3 bullet points maybe, I would distill it this way. 1, explore and find interesting things. 2, solve some kind of puzzle associated with those interesting things. And 3, uncover their mystery or their secrets. So exploration, puzzle solving, joy of discovery. And to a certain extent, all of the games do that. But in different ways, and some of them focus more on linear storytelling elements. I think this one, in a very similar way to the original, tries to distill it into those elements. Exploring things, solving puzzles, and finding things. And I found myself, like, as I, got back into gaming as an adult, kind of attracted to the more sort of action RPG, open worldy kind of games. But this stripped away a lot of the elements of those that I find sometimes a little overbearing, and not in a bad way. Like I said, Witcher 3 I recognize is a genius game, but something about how involved and complicated its storylines are is just not something that I am into right now. That doesn't mean I'm not into it ever at all. But yeah, the idea that I could just like tune everything out and just focus on the very stripped down experience of exploration and discovery, and how it was executed too. yeah, I mean, it was one of the best gaming experiences of my life. I mean, by far. And it's definitely one of like my favorite games that I think I've ever played. Would end up on any self-respecting list of my all-time favorites for sure. I am very curious to see what they do with the sequel. I mean, now more than ever.